Okay, that should be everything turned on and running. Now that Windows has decided to admit I have a microphone again, because, you know, audio is fun after you get Windows updates. Thanks, man. It's Pantheon in the afternoon and a bit of Lotro in the evening. Hopefully to get some dungeons in, but I'm gonna get warmed up by doing the bounties out here, and it looks like there's a lot of people having the same thought. So I want to grab these off the board real quick so I can catch up with the group before they kill everything. I have that sneaking suspicion I'm going to get here, and yep, everybody's already leaving the salamander because it's already been killed. Well, we'll start with the crab and go from there. And I know I'm not going to have time to stop and mine with this many people making a run. I basically just need to hurry up and get a tag. And also I need to actually switch into my spec to match my gear. Because I had all of my DPS gear on and my spec still left on my tank spec. Okay, that should at least give me a tag. Good, good. Definitely not going to be a Long Island bounty cycle today. None of these protos are built to stand up to basically an entire landscape raid worth of geared 150s, so this is just pure ridiculousness. Hey, McQuiggan, welcome on in. Just doing the protos out here on Bel Insel. And I got here right at the same time as a whole herd of folks did. So I am having to go back around to get the salamander because it died literally before I could get the bounties off the board. But thankfully there were a few others who were in the same boat as me, so it looks like we got a few down here at the salamander. Are you still doing your completionist, I'm gonna do every quest thing? I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be rough. I mean, granted, you're gonna have a lot of DEET XP, so let me get where I'm not gonna get mauled by something here. Alright, this guy's gonna have to die, otherwise he's gonna chase me into town. Oh, nice, nice. So is he in that kind of same 45 range? Excellent. So one of the things that you want to be looking at, since you're doing all those quests and deeds. Oh, 43, nice. One of the things you want to be looking at since you're doing all those deeds are on is if you hit J and go into the third tab down on the left, these are all the virtues, and since you're doing a bunch of quests, you're going to be completing a bunch of questing deeds. You want to make sure that you are earning virtue XP in the virtue that you actually want to be leveling or virtues. Okay, excellent. I have seen a lot of people miss this system and end up basically having all of their virtue XP dumped in like charity and not even have any of the actual good ones. So I always like to try and make sure that you get the good stuff. But yeah, if you've already been going in there and finding the virtues that you want, that's good. Okay.
Fine day indeed.
And this time around, I'm going to grab crafting materials so that I can restock on my Umbari iron, because that is a pain in the ass to keep up on.
Day indeed. Fair winds to you.
Okay, and let's see. I really wish that the Alliance or Allegiance consumables were treated like the general rep consumables, where you could select them and then consume them all, as opposed to having to do them one at a time. And Umbari iron. Okay, that takes care of all of those. Got a million potions that I still need to do something with. Alright, now catching up on chat. I am actually not an officer, so I can't invite anybody. I am just a rank and file member. But yeah, Tugro, Dan's World, is an officer, so I'm sure he could get you an invite. He's the reason that the Mithril League puts up with me. And yep, we got Cass in chat as. Oh yeah, wasn't sure if Tugro, if you knew that McQuiggan is Cass. Sorry, I would have said something, but I was busy killing and then talking. Yeah, we've got a good chunk of the Mithril League in here tonight. Okay, so now I'm going to catch up and see what people are looking for in LFF. Alright, so people are looking for Arena Tier. I am not going to pug tank an Arena Tier 2, especially when they're also still looking for their healer. Good grief. Alright, so while LFF chat gets its shit together, I'm going to go ahead and just run some solos real quick to get all sorted.
Akir, captain of the Hail Sea, keeper of the Tor Garden, and loyal servant to the people of Umbar. On this auspicious occasion, you have the honor to test your strength, meet justice upon the condemned, and earn the adulation of our people.
So I wish I remembered what SH was. There are some abbreviations that I just flat out forget. One sec. As soon as I kill these, as soon as I kill this first wave of ads, I'll show you how to set up chat channels and such. Because one of the things that absolutely helps out is getting chat channels set up, or rather your chat tabs set up. So I'm going to pull one out here. So if you right click any of your chat tabs, you can do a create new tab. And so I like to create a tab where if I go into the change filters, when you go to the change filters of any tab, it'll show you what channels are going to go into that particular tab. So I like to make a tab where I create a new tab, uncheck whatever default crap they put in there, and I'll put in kinship, fellowship, raid, and tell. So all of the just kind of general social channels. And I'll usually then rename that tab something like social or whatever. But that'll give you a tab that that will have all of your just general purpose group and kin and just stuff like that, all just in one place. So if you go over there, you can find it. Does that make sense? Quest text on the dialogues like this? Is that what you're asking, Cass? Or the quest text someplace else? Like in the quest log? Because the little pluses and minuses here down at the bottom of these windows actually do increase the size of the text or decrease the size of the text. They don't go out of their way to show you that, but any window that has the little, right? When I finally saw that and realized that you can make the quest log, yeah. My default, if it's not something that I know well, is I'll go a couple clicks up from the, from this. Well, this didn't used to be here. This was not here 16 years ago. This is relatively new. I don't know if it came in around the same time they put the filters in or not, but dude, it is so worth it. Oh, that Arena Tier 2 group is still advertising for a tank and healer. Like, nah. I'd pug a tier 2 if they weren't looking for the 2 key rolls. Awesome. I see you've got Kin Chat up and running. Excellent. So yeah, welcome to the Mythro League. Good having you in. And like I think Dan was saying, there is a Discord server where there's a lot of silliness that happens. The Discord link is in the message of the day, where when you log in, there will be like a kinship message of the day. Yeah, in this case, it was like the quest text, the up and down arrows with the A's, that the game in no way, shape, or form goes out of their way to make obvious. Well, that's something that they kind of hacked into some of the windows later in the game's life, because it's not something that you can do the other places where you typically go to set sizes, like your UI scales down here. Yeah, right? This is the first place I looked for stuff like that, was, oh yeah, it's got to be someplace in one of these sliders. But it's not. Any window that has the up and down arrows with the uppercase and lowercase a, that is raising or lowering the size of the text in that window. Now, unfortunately, and this is something that is really a bummer, it does not stay persistent between sessions. So when you log back in, the first time you open a new quest window, you will have to reset that quest text size. But it's really just a couple clicks the first time you go in there, so it's not that bad. No, he's not. He has about 1 million characters, but he pretty much just plays by himself. I don't know that he ever really does group stuff. All right, Rothog real quick here, and then I'll catch back up and see if anybody's putting together any pugs I actually want to run. Not a tankless, healerless arena tier 2. Okay, did I get any loot? 1 piece to melt, no purples. So that was not a great run. Absolutely, same here, Cass. I mean, the silly thing is, I've played this game for so long, off and on, and it really has only been the last year that I've consistently been making the effort to do any kind of group stuff. It really is literally, other than a brief period of time years ago when I was playing on Arkenstone for a little while with a kin that would sometimes run stuff, it's only been the last year since I joined Mythro League that I've actually been doing group stuff regularly. Yep, dipping your toes in, learning champ too. Okay, now let's take a look at LFF and see... Oh god, they found a healer and they're looking for a tank. Oh, I don't want to pug tank a tier 2 that has been looking for the core pieces this long. But I do want to do tier 2. Yeah, I do really like Champ, and especially now that I'm kind of coming to grips with the class and learning a bit more, I'm having a blast on it. Alright, so I'll do at least one more of these, and then if nothing comes up, I will probably start yelling in LFF chat to put together maybe a 3-man for Streets tier 2 or tier 3. Morale's a myth anyway. You don't really need it. Oh, that's bunk. I was out of that cloud. I should not have gotten that. Oh, and apparently the croc boss counts as a normal croc for the Slayer deed, because I just finished the advanced Dragonkin Slayer for Shield Isles. But hey, I'll take it. Yeah, one of the things that I do kind of first off the bat on any new character in Lotro is I set up my UI more or less like this for all the characters, with my vitals right here and then target vitals here, just because it keeps them more or less in my eyesight while still being out of the way enough. And for anybody who does not know, that command in chat without the quotes, obviously, will let you save however you have all of your stuff laid out. And then there's /UI layout load the name that you named your layout, and so you can create a general layout of all of your stuff, have it everywhere that you want, save that to, you know, layout 1 or whatever you want to name it, and then on a new character just do the /UI layout load the name that you saved to, and it'll basically auto put everything in the same place. Rather than having to remake your entire screen layout every time you make a new character. Welcome in, Neil Patrick Hairless. Gotta love the name. Yeah, by default, every time you make a new character, your layout is gonna go back to, I might even have one saved. Rats, I don't have a default UI saved. But I have a few, so... This one is one that I was using for a while before I had the number of hotbars I have, and the these alerts here. So obviously my vitals were lower. But you can have several different layouts that you save, and just, you know, oh, I made a new character that's this class or this role. I want things generally set up like this. Cool. As soon as I load in, let me load in the stuff I want, rather than taking the time to remove every single piece, because that is just tedious. Unfortunately, it does not save your chat channel settings. So things like colors for the various different chat channels, their sizes, all your chat tabs, that doesn't save with the UI command. All right, and that was just me completely failing at Clobber because I was not watching the induction bar. But that'll happen. These guys should have loaded by now. I completely was not paying attention. Nobody saw that. I absolutely was not running the wrong direction after killing the ghosts. Nothing to see here. Cass, I don't want to hear it from you, buddy. Oh yeah, so right now I'm on a 150 champ, so I'm playing level cap stuff. This is one of the new dungeons that is in the Corsairs of Umbar expansion. This is the Isle of Storms, and it has a 1, 2, or 3 person difficulty setup. I'm basically just running it on the solo version right now. Yeah, I really like a lot of the just the general look of a lot of the Umbar stuff is really nice. They've been able to do a lot with the new models and textures that they're able to put into the game at this point compared to the older stuff. Yeah, we got a chance to run cast through a couple of these. We ran through Streets and through Isle of Storms here, and got a few decent pieces of gear for you too. Cass is starting to get a few of those 500 plus purples going, which is good. I think I got... No, I didn't get that off. Dang. I thought I got that horn off, but no such luck. Yeah, one of the... one of the pieces that Cass and I basically got some variant on is this coin right here, which is really nice, and Snore was incredibly helpful in basically getting the core item made for us, the kind of tradable version. Yeah, the new Umbar crafting has a lot of kind of, you got to step through this and then this and then this, but this is my new tanking pocket item here. Just love the fact that it has almost 2k vitality, decent amount of might, about 4,800 tack mit, and 4k finesse. Like, yeah, that ain't bad. Take care of our monkey here, and yeah, I'm gonna stand in the fire a bit, I know, but again, even on my DPS set, I run enough tactical mitigation. I'm still rocking 35% after some shift around and no buffs, that I can stand in the fire a hair. I do like to run survivable DPS builds rather than glass cannons. Another reason why I really like the champ as a DPS. Oh, yeah. Yeah, even on solo casts, he is still a pain. Like, you'll watch that I'm going to be chasing him around a lot. So when it gets to these pulls here, and this is kind of basically the pre-boss 3 trash. When you get past the first pull that's just errant winds, the chaotic winds are definitely your kill priority because they do way more damage and control effects. The errant winds are basically just DPS trash. And I should have one more trash pack before the last boss. It always fools you by just showing one errant winds. The chaotic spawn when you get close. And there we go. I understand why a lot of people consider this this 3-man to be kind of a slog or kind of long. It's not specifically how long it takes to do it. It's that there are all these sections like this where you're just kind of running. And yeah, it is kind of thematic because, you know, you're going all the way up the cliffside to the area up above where you're going to fight the last boss, but it's just like, this is a minute solid of just hold W and nothing's happening. Yeah, see, the annoying thing with this boss is not just how anti-melee a lot of the positioning is, it's the fact that every time he does his cyclone summoning, like right here, he goes gray bar. Or green bar, rather. It actually wasn't bad positioning for the cyclones, because I can move him pretty easily. But he goes green bar, so he's unhurtable, and he drops any marks or debuffs that are on him. So if you've got a captain mark on him, it's probably going to drop off when he goes green bar. Yeah, do your downdraft thing. Go, he's gone green bar, and anything I had on him fell off, which just makes it so that when you get in here and you're rolling your buffs, if any of them are actually debuffs that you're putting on the boss, it's just silly. Yeah, there's very much some rock design on this guy. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they actually refer to this as a rock. One thing I do need to do is apparently I screwed up my placement on those. Okay, and man, I didn't get any loot from any of the 3 chests there to melt. So, good loot, bad loot, nothing. Take a quick peek in, and LFF is still an absolute wasteland tonight. So throw something out there and see if folks are looking to put together a group but just shy. Oh, whoops, I don't need to bounce out of there for that. I can just go to the task board here. So let's see if that gets me any feelers. I've been forgetting to do the task turn-ins lately. It's basically free XP. And even at 150, that XP goes towards your legendary item reward track here. Okay, I think I got one more. There we go. So what I actually use for that is the NVIDIA broadcast camera software has the ability to do background replacement. And so I just kind of do a little hacky way where I have that do a background replacement, and rather than an actual proper image, I have it use a solid green color as my background image, and then in OBS I use the chroma key to green. So it works, and I don't have to put up an actual green screen or anything silly like that. Which Middle-earth games? The action RPGs? Was it like War? I don't remember the name of them. Was it War for Middle-earth or Shadow of Mordor? Something like that. I didn't play those. Watched a fair amount, but that gameplay style is kind of not one that I usually go to. At some point in time, I might go back and look at them because they look kind of neat, but just never gravitated towards them. From what I remember, also, I remember hearing a lot that if I'm not misremembering and remembering different games, was that they were good on console but had bad PC ports. So I remember there were, at least one of them, there were big performance issues on PC, at least initially. So all right, so we are unfortunately not getting much luck on the dungeoning front. So while I'm waiting to see if anything actually comes of that,
From the apothecaries of Khan Doom to Langstrand, all
do a quick solo streets.
known as Kasha has been transporting a draft of the vilest make.
My backlog is huge. I'm trying really hard not to buy anything new until I chip away at some of my backlog. But with so many single player games, I look at them and I just go, okay, that looks awesome. I'm totally going to play it. And instead, I just end up playing an MMO, like whichever MMO or MMOs I'm currently playing. So I usually get them with the best of intentions of actually playing them, and then it just doesn't happen. Okay, target progress bar's got to go someplace else. I think we're going to put that above there. Yes, yes, I know. Will you please stop throwing fire pots at me? I'm trying to tweak my UI here. Apparently I didn't have everything saved when I moved stuff around, but these people are very inconsiderate.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
I know it's something that weirds a lot of people out, but I have never gotten into the Final Fantasy games other than 14. Like, it's JRPGs in general are just not my flavor of RPG. The one exception being the Persona series, which are some of my absolute favorite games, much less RPGs. But they're very much the exception to me in JRPGs. They're neat, they just are, in general, they're not for me. So I've tried to like the Final Fantasy games.
Give them the warmest Rahalbach welcome.
I love it when the game has to actually sit there and figure out how many hits you just did, count up the damage, and the mob is just standing there and then falls over dead, but has to wait for all the numbers to come through. Yeah, I liked the Baldur's Gate games a lot. Those were very much like early examples of what you could do in a PC RPG. Did you ever play, and I know a lot of people completely just missed this one because it did not get nearly as heavily publicized, but speaking of Baldur's Gate games, did you play Planescape Torment, which was another Infinity Engine game from that era? It was another Black Isle game. Dude, my first PC had two 5 1/4 floppy drives and no hard drive. Every time you started it up, you loaded your OS fresh from the floppy. Yeah, I still maintain that of all the, like, that era of Infinity Engine games and similar, because, you know, I'll count Fallout 1 and 2, for example, in that same group, because, you know, similar era, similar game design, things like that. Planescape Torment, I will hold up as the absolute pinnacle of that era of gaming. Like, that game was just amazing.
Get with you from the beginning.
Nice. We got a hand-me-down IBM PC that came from my uncle and aunt and their family, because they had money, so they could do things like buy computers. And when they got a shinier new PC, we got their hand-me-down old IBM PC, which was awesome. What the heck? Let's see. See if this group is looking for one more or if they filled up. Rats, I may have just missed this one. There was a group that was 5 of 6 for the Fellowship Delvings ×2. But looks like I was a little bit late on that one. Okay. That is still a bunch of nothing. So my luck today is basically 0 on getting groups together so far. I don't really care about doing the featured instances at this point. So let's do a quick swap around here. See if I can at least get some bites on a Streets Tier 1 or Tier 2. Sometimes you just have to give people an actual goal. Okay. So let's see, Fellowship invite. And let's see if we can get a healer rolling. There's a lore master that might actually. So I've got a champ. Let's see. Okay. It's like one of our champs is AFK, but we'll actually... Let's get rolling first, and then we'll go from there. Really? I don't even want to know how you got a big-ass goat. That is... It's got to be a cosmetic pet. But I didn't think you could pull cosmetic pets out in... Oh yeah, he's saying, why do I have this stupid goat? That really should not be still out in the instance. That is honestly kind of awesome.
I make for the seashell. I will
All right, there's our champ. Well, our other champ, I should say. All right, man. Good to see you.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Okay, here should be this guy here. Oh, interesting. That's usually an archer back there. They mixed it up some. Yeah, you're not getting your volley off there, bud.
Give them the warmest Rahal Buck welcome.
There's our LM. Come with me. Okay, probably shouldn't stand in the fire when we don't have an actual, like, healer. But frankly, the Lore Master is doing just fine. Look out, Trapper Bruiser. Nobody to worry about. Let's see, hang on a sec. Inventory and storage in ESO. That's one where in ESO, the ESO Plus membership is almost mandatory, especially if you're going to be doing crafting for the bottomless craft bag. Because that is what saves your inventory in ESO. Otherwise, your inventory space is just wrecked. ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. It's an MMO set in the Elder Scrolls, like Morrowind, Skyrim, etc. Setting. Make sure everybody gets in here. Awesome. You can actually get trapped outside this fight.
I should have dealt with you from the beginning.
Go ahead and move them over here. Come on, come with me. All right, fine. You don't want to move. I see how it is. I'll be fine. I'm just a little bit wormed is all. Alright, so now we leave instance and we're gonna do tier 2. Yeah, if you do gathering and crafting in ESO, you really need it. All right, so set this up to tier 2 and launch streets. So that's kind of cool. This was actually our other champ. This was his first time in here.
Alas, I make for the sea shadow. I will let my friend here roll out the red carpet. Welcome to Umbar.
Tier 2 doesn't have any substantial changes over Tier 1. It's primarily just, there's more. Okay, I need to move that fellowship panel, because that is in a bad spot with my buffs.
Oh, your persistence is aggravating.
Oh, it is so funny when we get the dual champs in here and we're both just nailing these guys with horns. Yeah, it's definitely getting a bit laggy in here. So what the other champ was just noting is the lag in here is... Lore Master had some residual healing aggro there, which again is why you should never pre-hot or leave hots running longer than you have to, because hots beat body aggro.
So obsessed with me.
So this is actually kind of cool. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this champ not only his first time running streets altogether, but his first tier 2. Give the Lore Master a bit better spot to stand in. Oh, come on. You caltropped me again? Like, I just moved to make the caltrops not there anymore for the Lore Master, and you put new ones out. That's just seriously jerk move. Now, ideally, what happens there is that the Lore Master crowd controls this guy, but I didn't have time to ask for that. So we're just going to grab everything. And I've got potions. Alright, and now we will wait for the Lore Master to catch back up. Yeah, that is definitely one advantage of being in the southeast, is that snow, not really so much of a thing here. Alright, our LM is almost caught back up with us. So I think what we've got is that the Lore Master, I believe, is running red line, but he's using the Spirit of Nature pet to provide healing. I am in bumfuck northwestern Louisiana.
Give them the warmest Rahul Buck welcome.
Oh, need to... explaining to the other people that the ones on the roofs, the mobs on the roofs that were throwing bombs, aren't ones we can actually kill. They're literally just there to keep us moving forward. Okay, let's see if I can stack the oh, really? Okay, well, fine. Come back here. Basically just come on. I just want to make sure that I keep giving the other champ a spot to stand that's safe. But we've almost got him at this point. And I got plenty morale left, so we are solid. Oh, dear God. I actually probably really needed that. I do love the standing desk for that. Okay, so looks like we got a mender in the pack here. Any of these packs here, when you get the menders, they are 100% your priority. And I should be able to break you out. Oh, nope, it's going to be a jerk about it. Mender is the number 1 priority. Lookouts are your number 2. Because the menders will do a mass heal, and they are an absolute pain in the butt. And the lookouts will summon friends. And after that, it is definitely the trappers, because they do all sorts of just annoying control stuff. Yeah, a few years back, when it was really clear that we were going to be working from home for a while, I kind of, as a treat to myself, I got a standing desk, one of the uplift ones, so it's motorized and all fancy. And it is one of the best things I have ever bought for myself. It was 100% worth the money. Okay, everything is still good back there. This guy here is going to be a jerk. And amusingly, on the group versions, there's only one of these guys here, but if you do this same run solo, there's two. This is always a 2-pull on solo and a 1-pull on any of the group versions. Okay, so we've got a mender here. And again, I could be like calling targets for the group, but generally, honestly, this other champ here is doing an absolute bang-up job of picking good targets to kill, and we're doing pretty solid, so I'm not gonna do the whole thing of
Cannot possibly be worth all this.
pointing people at things.
I should have dealt with you from the beginning.
Yeah, I put that one in there mostly as an excuse to give people the a reason to give me an excuse to use the standing desk. All right, fire pot. Gonna move out of that. Now, come on, move with me. There you go. Good beastie. You moved. Come on, come with me. All right, you're not gonna. But you'll at least let me face you away from my champ, which is good. All right, come back with me. Come on. There you go, now he's moving. Okay, this has to be broken because I'm actually able to move around and use abilities while I'm wormed. Let's see what we got. Oh, a healing pocket item. A soldier's helm. So that's kind of crit and evade. That, you know, bit weird. So yeah, nothing great, but again, the important thing is I actually got to run something. I just had to harangue people into putting together a group for it. But I got the tank, which is awesome because I do really enjoy tanking on the champ. So let's see. The helmet is definitely going to get melted. This pocket item... Oh, that's Vitality Will Outgoing Healing. Let me take a look and see what I have for my will pocket item right now. That actually is something that I probably will throw into my gear set there. So here's a cool little trick. One sec, Cass. I'll show you in a second. So a cool little trick when you get items like this. So for example, this pocket item, the tarnished ornate Umbari bauble. I want to be able to put this in my shared storage so that it's in with my just general healing gear for light armor classes. But I can't put it in there yet because you can't put decaying items, i.e. something that is still tradable for the next 51 minutes, into shared storage. But if I sell this and then immediately buy it back, so I don't lose any actual money. I sold it for 122 silver. I bought it back for 122 silver. It is now no longer decaying and fellowship tradable. And I can put it into shared storage. So anything that you get in group instances and you want to be able to put in your storage, but you can't until it's no longer fellowship tradable, you can just sell it and immediately buy it back. You don't lose any money, and that tradable flag is now cleared so you can store it. That is a trick that I believe Bloodborne is the one who hit me to that. So the legendary track. You basically, as you claim or as you finish the different ranks of it, yeah, you go in and you just claim them one by one, but you have to claim them in order, unfortunately. So I went out and claimed some of these a while back. So it looks like I claimed up through rank 64. So 65 is the next one for me to claim. I can't skip that one and leave it in there for now and claim 72. I have to actually, you have to pull them each out in order. What I end up doing on a lot of those, Cass, is I will have a bank alt that is far enough through that they've got their legendaries, so they have access to the track, but I don't use them for anything, and I have them claim all the stuff and just like stash it so that I can go through it later and, send it to who I need and pull it out and use it there. Because otherwise it just ends up being kind of a mess. And yeah, that's why I sell and buy things back sometimes, is just to clear that tradable flag on them if I'm not going to be trading them with anybody, so that I can immediately stash them. It just makes it quicker. But those runs netted... Oh, I got another one of these decorative swinging sign housing item boxes, which I'm not going to use because I don't really do housing. But I got 2 yellow pieces of loot, which are 50 embers each, and a purple, which is 100 embers. So 200 embers, not bad. Puts me almost back up to 6k embers, so I'm starting to get back up to the point where I need to spend some more. And now let me check into LFF and see who's been looking for what. Let's see. There was an Arena Tier 2 run, but that one filled up. And nothing since then. Oh, and since you were asking about fishing earlier, mainly for other games, so you'll see that this character here, my champion, the title that I use is Lord of Streams, which comes from fishing. Believe this is the title you get for maxing out your fishing skill, or it might be from one of the fishing accomplishments. I'm not certain. Lotro's fishing is not very fleshed out, but it does exist, and I was just kind of going over chat to see, like, did I miss anything huge, and saw the fishing question again. It's like, oh, speak of the devil, that's actually the title I use on this character, is Lord of Streams. Well, while I wait to see if LFF is going to give me maybe anybody doing Isle of Storms, that would be nice. I'm going to swap back over to red. Do my gear swap. Gear up is kind of a pain to get set up sometimes, but once you kind of get used to the quirks of the plugin, it is really useful for being able to make gear sets.
May the seas be cold and the wind.
That's one of those things I haven't done since I was a kid. Like, it has been a long time, and I would have absolutely no idea what I was doing at this point. So right now I've got 9 of 16 of the Fortunes of Umbar quest done. I do hear that there's a lake not far up. Seriously, Buffalo, you want some? That's a bad choice on your part. I will be back for you as soon as I have a quest to kill you. I'm not going to kill you until I have a quest to kill you. But yeah, there's a lake right around here that people do say is good fishing. I just, the outdoors and I are kind of done with each other for the time being.
What news has come in with the town?
Don't think I have. Okay, yep, I did do my Tam for Embers.
Might you spare a moment? What news has come in with the tide?
All right, now we see what we get. Looks like the group that was doing Arena Tier 2 finished up, which does make me wonder if there's going to be another one starting up. Because you see that a lot where people will do like a run through something and then switch to alts and do another set of runs. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on LFF chat and see if anything comes up there. Because a lot of the time, I will happily jump into things. I just don't necessarily want to have to put them together every time. So I think I might have actually figured out what the hitching issues I was getting in this specific area are, and at least made them not as bad, because I'm not getting them as often on kills. But I want to kill a few more mobs just to double check. I definitely do still get some of the texture load hitching, but I mean, to an extent, that's just comes with not having an absolute beast of a PC. But I do think that some of the hitching that I was getting out here was from one of the plugins that I normally use. And it would be either from Alt Inventory or Alt Holic. And I think it's because when you kill these guys, you get multiple quest items plus the drops, and that tracking of all of those items in inventory plus just the animations and texture work that already is a bit of a load was causing or making the hitching worse. Because I am definitely not getting all the same little hitches I was getting on mob deaths. So that might actually be better performance out here. Also, I am absolutely not going to complain about the fact that I got all of my crab claws in the first set of reeds out here. I didn't even have to hit crab plateau or anything. So now it's just cows and boars. But yeah, normally that cow kill, because it dropped 3 pieces of loot counting the quest items, absolutely would have been a hitch. So I think that might have solved my hitching problems out here. So I am happy about that. I mean, I still have the hitching like that, and that's just loading textures in because Lotro is Lotro. And people are using LFF chat like it's world chat. Like, come on, guys. Every time I see the little flash, I look over to see who's putting a group together for what, and it's just people talking like world chat. That's what we have world chat for. Still got a bit of a brutal hitch there. So it's obviously not 100% gone, but it is severely lessened. And it really only happens in Umbar areas, and specifically this area. And I think, again, that a lot of it is because the mobs out here drop multiple quest items for the quest objectives and multiple pieces of loot at the same time. And it's just too much to keep track of. I did used to use Palantir. I never ended up liking it. Those kind of side auras never worked for me. Like, it does very cool stuff on what it can display and show. I just, for whatever reason, I never was able to click with that style of buff and status display. I've kind of been cutting down on the plugins I use a little bit. Although one of my favorite is still this right here that's above my nameplate. And that is the Champion Fervor display, where it displays your current number of fervor points as a champ, just in a quick, easy read display. Yeah, the different UI skins, like, they're neat and a lot of them look cool, but none of them end up being as functional for me as using the default UI and putting things where I want it. All of them come with compromises. Where is... I'll find it eventually. Just nothing but your portrait after a little while playing. Okay, there we go. So, where's the anchor there? Oh, because it's anchoring that at opponent vitals. That's why. That makes a lot of sense. So I just need to move my progress bar there. Yeah, I go with the default UI skin, and I just, mess around with how I have things set up and what plugins I use. Oops, I don't need any more boars. I'm already done. Getting the crab so quickly weirded me out on my progress. So on that, it depends on whether you're doing the thing where you have like a transfer of your My Documents and things like that. Most settings like that are client side, from what I remember. But if you do things like transfer your documents and settings from an old computer to a new computer and what have you, a lot of those come with you. Some things are server side as far as the UI layout. I don't remember what though. It's a really weird mix.
Do you have need of something?
God, LFF chat is still an absolute shit show at this point, with people using it not for LFF. It's devolved into being purely world chat at the moment.
What news has come in with the tide? Do you have need of something?
Alright, so that gives me 13 of 16 for that wrapper, so I'll be able to finish that tomorrow. Let's pop to the Eagle real quick. Yeah, I really don't have any other wrappers to finish on this guy, and LFF has absolutely not thrown up any instances. It's thrown up people arguing about inane bullshit. So I've got no delving wrappers to finish. Those are all already done. I don't think I have any mission wrappers to finish either, unless I did finish those. I'm going to do one real quick and just see, because I don't remember if I finished the mission wrappers on this character or not.
Might you spare a moment?
Because that would be another one where I can start working on getting some embers. Oh, so wrapper quests is just a generic term that you'll see used a lot for, and let me pull one up here. Okay, so this quest here, let me make the text bigger, which is aiding the Karam Ubnar weekly to complete 10 missions out of a certain spot as a weekly quest. That's a wrapper. It's just a repeatable, like, weekly quest made up of a series of smaller quests wrapped up into one larger completion. You'll see people talk about it a lot with the festival and event quests as well. They'll talk about the, festival wrapper quests for doing X number of festival quests, Y number of days in a row, stuff like that. So with missions and delvings, there are a lot of do a certain number of them per week quests like that. And they are very worth doing because they give you several of the weekly wrapper quests will give you embers in your reward, as well as things like virtue potions to give you virtue XP and stuff like that. I am pretty sure I've got all my just regular mission weekly quest done on this character, so I'm just doing this one as a normal mission to see if it pops one when I finish it. And the fun thing with the wrapper quests is that some of them reset weekly on Sundays, most of them reset weekly on Thursdays. So there's not 100% consistency between what day of the week they all reset, because that'd be too easy.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands.
All right, looks like I got a red maid group that I get to DPS for. That one I really lucked out on my timing because it came out and its full went up like 15 seconds after it went out. I think I got my tell in basically just in time and got a slot. Wait a minute, is that the champ I ran with earlier? Hang on a second. That's the champ from the Streets group. They're in the Red Maid group I'm in. Awesome. That's really cool when you get to see the same people multiple times. Right, go ahead and get my food eaten. Yeah, pugs in Lotro are kind of a mixed bag. I kind of have gotten to the point where I just know that if I'm gonna do a lot of these things, like, running tier 2 6-man stuff, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to pug some of it. And in other games, I've pugged a lot. Oh, come on, right into rooted? That is just not cool. So I've kind of made my peace to an extent with pugging. I'm a picky asshole about what I will pug and with who. All right, there's a quick red maid tier 1. Right, and we let her do her thing, so we get to talk to her at the end. And then the leader's going to spin us up a tier 2, and we'll do a tier 2 red maid. I have done this on a pug in tier 3 when I was on my Runekeeper, and that actually went really well when we switched to a 2 healer setup, but it was rough in a pug with 1 healer. But when we split and we did the combination of of having a mini healer and an RK healer, it actually went really, really well. Because the RK gives the DNFs and really strong single target throughput, and the mini basically has all of that group healing that they throw out. Tier 2, here we go. So this is just going to be the same thing as tier 1, only more so. And really, I don't care about the festival wrapper stuff on this one. I just want to do this because it has a chance of dropping some bracelets. Just doing it for the shot at teal loot. So what a lot of groups do here is they'll basically pull her back to this kind of altar area. Oh, so this group is pulling even further back. That was some solid DPS on that first set of ads. Gotta love it. The tank is also fighting her in puddles of bad, but he found it and moved it, which is good. Where's our ghosty boy? There he is. See if I can drop one more puddle back over here. There we go. Oh, fuck. Mouse bad. I got caught with my mouse in a bad spot. I gotta drop puddles over here. Okay. I had the thing where my mouse went off screen and I was clicking into Discord, not into Lotro. No, that was sloppy as hell on my part. I should not have ended up taking as much damage as I did there at the end. And I don't think that any loot came of it. Nope, just the festival currency, which I don't really care about. Just going back through the chat log here, and yeah, we didn't roll any bracelet loot on this one, unfortunately. So neither run got us any actual gear loot, which is a bummer because some really nice jewelry tends to drop off of the boss from the vault stuff. But so it goes. All right, so it is a little bit early, but I also started a little bit early, and I am pretty wiped for the day. So let's see who's online. Oh, Val is on. Excellent. So, gonna throw people over to Vala. Also another Lord of the Rings streamer who does really cool stuff. So if you don't know Vala, go give her a follow.